The views of Jim Cornette do not necessarily reflect those of the Global Wrestling Federation or Major League Wrestling.
Or Jim Cornette, probably.
That's true. Leapfrog 2 times. Hip toss. Stan Lane wants a TO. And Cornette's just the coach to get it for him. Consultation courtesy of Mr. Lane. Oh, now, first it was the hair, now it's the tights. The gangster of love having his problems. Page
by page down the GWF rulebook, Craig. Stan Lane is claiming everything under the sun. I think next it'll be a closed fist, maybe a foreign object.
Obviously, Jim Cornette has the pocket version. In the breast pocket of his Masters jacket. He claimed he won that at the Masters. I don't think so.
Yeah, right. I don't know they had a Masters in Tiddlywinks.
The headlock by Skip Young. Whoops. That's how you know. The double drop kick there.
Wow. Skip Young. Uh-oh.
Watch out.
Skip Young nearly took Stan Lane's head off with that standing drop kick. And Lane just doesn't know where he is or who he's talking to. Almost hauled off and knocked Cornette.
And you remember back in the television tournament, these two gentlemen had their differences. You suppose there's lingering after effects there?
There's got to be, Craig. There's got to be. Jim Cornette has no friends. He only has people that he uses to make money, and Stan Lane is his current money man.
I understand Bonnie Blackstone is in the stands with a comment. Bonnie?
All right, we're here in the stands, and I'm with Mike. Go ahead and tell me what you think about Jim Cornette.
I don't think they'll allow him to bring that tennis racket to the ring. He's going to hurt somebody.
Tell me about it. All right, Craig, back to you.
Thank you, Bonnie. As Lane dispatches, watch out for the Louisville Slugger. Oh!
That's the wrong end of the racket.
He never learned that. Skip Young, the victim of the rawhide racket grip of Jim Cornette.
Skip Young taking a well-deserved breather here at the Global Dome as Cornette interfered already. Kind of hoping he'd go at least 5 or 10 minutes before he did, but no such luck.
Double chop by Lane. Into the corner. Lane follows him in. And nobody home there. Young out of the way. Goes for the double axe handle, but Young meets him with one to the body, one to the forehead, and the headbutt. Oh, boy.
You could hear the echo all the way up there when that headbutt made contact.
Boom again. Courtesy of Skip Young. Into the ropes, right to the midsection. If Lane hasn't eaten dinner, he may be feeling pain down there. The body slam. Young to go up to the top. Skip Young.
This could be the end here, Craig.
Oh! The overhead smash by Cornette. I believe that's match point.
If you or someone you know has trouble hearing, here's important news. News of Miracle Ear's smallest hearing aid ever, the Miracle Ear Micro Elite. The Micro Elite is so tiny it's barely visible, and it's helping people everywhere hear better again.
Hearing crickets, I thought all the crickets had died, but there are really crickets out there. I work for a construction company. I'm in charge of dispatching, of making sure that all these people are on the right jobs. Everybody around me now probably likes them just as much as I do. They don't have to repeat things, you know.
Just call this toll-free number right now. You'll receive Miracle Ear's informative 12-page booklet at no charge or obligation.
They're very comfortable. They're molded to fit your ear canal exactly. Each one is individually molded, so it's very comfortable.
Call this toll-free number now and find out why good news from Miracle Ear means great news for you.
No matter how tough you think you are, one opponent can bring you to tears. Sunscreen in your eyes. Fortunately, there's Coppertone Sport. Ultra sweat-proof. Won't run in your eyes to sting you. Protects all day. Coppertone Sport. For those who don't take the sun lying down.
How many bowls of this cereal would it take to equal the nutritional value of the fresh fruit, eggs, grits, and bacon on Shoney's breakfast bar? Well, it depends on how big your bowl is. Cereal, bananas, peaches, melons, fruit salad, cottage cheese, bacon, scrambled eggs, sausage, potatoes, blueberry muffin, biscuits, country milk gravy, grits.
Gaylord's resume, quite impressive.
Absolutely. Former Missouri Tiger, University of Missouri football team, All-American his senior year. Defensive Player of the Year in the Big Eight. Still holds the Missouri record for sacks for lost yardage as a senior. There's a good display of sportsmanship from two sportsmen.
I don't know if he won the sportsmanship award, but apparently showing it there is Action Jackson. Not a guy you'd really expect to put out the hand of friendship, but he did. There's the tie-up. And between the tassels of Gaylord and the ponytails of Jackson, a lot of things flying in that ring.
Absolutely. With Jackson's outfit, he could step right into Wet and Wild with no problem.
I don't think he's been surfing, however.
I don't know. It's not a lot of surfing in Texarkana. Clean break, guys.
Collar and elbow tie-up takes both men back into the corner. Jackson back there, a little bit of a shove. Senior referee Sean O'Brien warning Jackson, please, the clean break if you would. These two very large men lock up, and the slam by Action Jackson. Well executed there as the back of Gaylord maybe smartened a little bit.
Jackson, a very successful tour of Puerto Rico, a couple of months ago, a few weeks ago. So he's going to have some interesting moves in there that we haven't seen before.
And you notice there, Gaylord trying to kick his way out of that slam, unable to escape it as he goes down to the slam of Action Jackson. Gaylord trying to get the fans into it here at the Global Dome. Jackson trying to pick it up, and the big man rolls him up into a small package. Count of one by Sean O'Brien as Jackson surprised there.
Take a look at the chest and the triceps on Jeff Gaylord. Those are the two areas that develop with a lot of bench pressing, and Jeff Gaylord up around the 480 mark as a maximum weight in bench press.
Did that in high school. 525 pounds, the bench press at the University of Missouri. Still a Big 8 record, showing his strength against Action Jackson. They tie up once again. Jackson gets the upper hand with a side headlock. Gaylord sends him into the ropes. Shoulder block by Jackson. Now, when you go against a guy who's a defensive football player, you're not supposed to be able to knock him over that easy. I don't know if Jackson played offensively, but right now he's being very offensive to the fans and to Jeff Gaylord.
Absolutely. That sportsmanship went right out the window on the part of Action Jackson.
The Missouri Tiger block right there into the midsection now follows it up with a couple of fists. Gaylord clothesline sends Jackson down to the canvas. Picking him up, setting him down. Gaylord hooks the leg, count of one, count of two by Sean O'Brien. Jackson escapes, and then a rapid punch dazes Gaylord a little bit. Elbow to the top of the head.
Give Gaylord credit. That kind of punch would level me. I know that. Gaylord's still in there taking it.
Gaylord saying, no way you're going to send me into this turnbuckle. Here, have a look yourself. Two time. Jeff Gaylord out of Kansas City, Missouri, picks the man from Texarkana up, gives him a knee. Puts him in the grapevine on the leg and can't quite get him. And Jackson comes up. Oh, what an uppercut.
Reminiscent of Dory Funk Jr. from way down south, came all the way up into the face of Jeff Gaylord, and now the Missouri Tigers stunned.
Going to work on the neck muscles. And Jeff Gaylord is Action Jackson. Jackson, an intense look on the face.
Well, he's using all the classic wrestling maneuvers here, Craig. The Dory Funk Jr. uppercut. Little Dick the Bruiser neck twist there.
Gaylord with a clothesline, bringing him down. Count of one is all he gets. Jackson escapes again and answers with a right hand. Reminiscent of just about any boxer you'd want to think about. Snapmare.
Nobody can take credit for the old right hand, not except for the big guy upstairs.
Jackson.
I'm not talking about Max Andrews, by the way.
Thank you for clarifying that. Kick to the midsection, followed up by a right. Gaylord comes back with 2, 3 rights, but Jackson with one out of right field. These two men just going at each other, and Jackson shows down referee Sean O'Brien. That will cause a disqualification, but now he's got to try to get these two men separated.
And Sean's not a big fella. These two behemoths in there. Okay.
Let's go down for the official word. Your winner of the match, Jeff Taylor.
Hi, Christy Givens for Bray & Nissan. My family has built a solid reputation for over 14 years based on a very simple business philosophy. Treat the customer as family. At Bray & Nissan, you'll be treated with respect. No high-pressure sales tactics, just straight talk from friendly and knowledgeable people eager to earn your business. We realize you have a choice where to buy your next car, and I invite you to stop by and see why doing business with us has given us such a good reputation. Bray & Nissan, your family store, 3000 East Imperial Highway in Brea.
Having trouble deciding what to do this summer? Why not float, cruise, churn, jet, splash, ski, rock, and kick back in your brand new boat? It's easy. Just come to the 7th Annual Spring Boat Show, May 8th through the 16th at the Fairplex in Pomona and see it all, including hot new personal watercraft, water skis, and hundreds of marine accessories. There are boats for everyone. Don't let another sensational summer slip by. Visit your local SCMA Marine dealer today and get your free weekday admission pass. That's the Spring Boat Show, May 8th through the 16th at the LA County Fairgrounds Fairplex in Pomona.
In the 2 years I was away from baseball, I really missed the game. But the thing I missed most was going head-to-head with those Boston Red Sox.
Us Red Sox fans always love to beat the Yankees.
But we especially love to beat them when George is running the show.
Don't worry, we'll be there. We'll be waiting.
The Yankees face the Red Sox live on ESPN Sunday Night Baseball.
Not the right thing to say. The man of the Stars and Stripes back jumping him there.
A Cuban assassin having a few very anti-American words and a few very anti-American punches for the Patriots. And the crowd didn't take long to start the USA chant supporting the Global Wrestling Federation television champion, the Patriot.
The Patriot with a leapfrog nails him with a drop kick. One more time. The Cuban assassin goes down. Now going down to the clothesline. The Patriot not taking too kindly to the words of the Cuban assassin. There he is in his glorious red, white, and blue.
And the Cuban assassin, what goes through somebody's mind to make you think that's the smart thing to do? And so badmouth the man, his country, what he stands for, and that's just not very smart. And I think the Cuban assassin is going to regret those words before this match is over.
I don't know anything about the education system in Cuba. Obviously lacking when somebody tries to put down the red, white, and blue. Even if that may be the way he really feels, it's just not smart to fool with a man of the Global Wrestling Federation television champion, the Patriot.
What a great champion he's been, Craig, a fighting champion, defending against all comers.
course, back during the television championship tournament, beating Nature Boy Buddy Landell to win the championship after going through 5 matches to do so.
What a tournament for the television championship. What a performance on the Patriot. And there's not a good performance right there, taking a big knee from the Assassin.
The Cuban Assassin with a chop using the left hand. The Assassin from the capital of Cuba, Havana, which is where the Pan American Games will be held this year. Obviously, the Cuban Assassin not going to be competing.
I think he's working the concession stand.
The Assassin rolled over by the Patriot. Count of 1, count of 2 by Rick Manning. And the Assassin comes back with a chop. Guerrilla tactics, the specialty of the Cuban Assassin.
Cuban Assassin, no Johnny-come-lately. Cuban Assassin, once part of the Cuban connection in the Florida area with Ricky Santana not too many years ago. Cuban Assassin has also had a very successful run in the NWA and WCW as well as Portland. So he's been around the horn a couple of times, and he knows his way around the wrestling ring.
One thing I have to say in defense of Ricky Santana is the Patriot coming back. Santana saw the ways of America being a nice place to be.
Absolutely.
And trying to show the way to the Cuban Assassin is the Patriot. The Patriot delivers the clothesline, sends him into the ropes one more time, comes off with the elbow. Patriot grapevines the leg, but only a count of 2 as the Assassin got a big fella in there. The Assassin may have the Patriot where he wants him. Has him up for the pile driver, going to bring him down right on top of the Star-Spangled Mask.
Red, white, and blue or not, that hurts. Pile driver jams those vertebrae in the neck.
Almost a count of 3 there. As the global television champion almost taken down for the count. The Assassin misses with a clothesline. Coming back. Low trajectory missile. Count of 1, count of 2. That's 3. The red, white, and blue come through. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the special challenge match, the Patriot.
Here he comes again. Ray Stevens is back. That burns with a brand new video. Ray Stevens Live. 11 great songs, including Guitar Zan, Ahab the Arab, Shriners Convention. I saw Elvis in a UFO.
Saw Elvis in a UFO.
Misty. Look at me. That musical funny man is loose again. This time live on stage for almost 1 full hour of new zany family entertainment. Here's how to order.
For rush delivery, have your credit card ready and call 1-800-633-2227 or send $19.98 plus $4.50 shipping to Ray Stevens Live, P.O. Box 7008, Department 13, Tarzana, California, or call 1-800-633-2227.
Mike and Tom Davis. We did not know they were brothers. There they are. Good look at the brothers. Little brotherly high five.
Tom Burton, we have to get used to calling him Tom Davis, as finally he admitted what his birth certificate really told us. Wrestled as Tom Burton in many federations. Now Tom Davis, one of the Dirty Davis brothers, the younger brother, going against the younger of the Youngbloods.
The Youngbloods, the Renegade Warriors, have certainly come a long way in the world of professional wrestling. Since their debut a few years ago as a tag team, as the Renegade Warriors. And there's a good look at the other set of brothers in this match, but the Renegade Warriors, and there you see Chris. They have really progressed from the loss of their brother Jay, the late Jay Youngblood. Chris stepped right in, took over Jay's position in the tag team with Mark, and they're marching to the Global Federation. right to the top. What can we tell you?
Mark Youngblood awaits brother Chris. Chris doing quite a beautiful job there on Tom Davis. Now on Mike Davis. And taking TO are the Davis brothers. I don't know if that's a rain dance, but I'll tell you one thing, it's a rainy day in Global Dome territory. A severe thunderstorm already hit a tornado watch just outside the arena and all over the area.
It's not a day for man nor beast outside. And speaking of beast, there's Mike Davis, one half of the Dirty Davis brothers. Oh, and giving a hard time to referee James Beard. And I'm sure James Beard is used to hard times as he's a very popular referee in Japan with the SWS Federation in the land of the rising sun. So he is a no-nonsense official in there. And he's in, and right there you see a man with blonde hair who is a big fan of nonsense, Mike Davis.
Back and forth they go, leap over by Davis. Davis goes, no, I'm getting out of here. Says, I'm smarter than this. There you see in the ring, older brother Mark. Older brother Mike. Boy, this is confusing.
It's certainly.
Oh, brother, I get through the tag.
Well, there's the tag. Tom Davis, once Tom Burton, is certainly the more bulky of the two.
And as he would quickly tell us, always Tom Davis, once Tom Burton.
Okay, close enough.
The tag into Mike. It seems like there's a little bit of cunning going through the mind of Mike Davis all the time.
Mike Davis, whenever we speak to Mike Davis, it's an eerie situation. He's got a voice that just would intimidate you. Oh, that'll intimidate you.
Chop, courtesy of Chris Youngblood. Into the ropes goes Davis. Chop sends him down. Davis staggers, awaiting him. Chris Youngblood pulls him around with the armbar now. Reversal by Mike Davis. And pulling the rope down. Tom Davis sending Chris Youngblood over the top.
Oh, no. Oh, and there's some brotherly tag team efforts as Tom knew just when to pull the top rope down to send Chris Youngblood over, sprawling onto the arena floor. And now Tom and Mike double teaming on Chris Youngblood.
The boots to the midsection. And I thought he was going to go for either a bulldog, a DDT. Instead, he puts the knee right in the nose.
That's a big knee to put into the face of Chris Youngblood. And the referee having a difficult time as Mark keeps trying to interfere on behalf of his brother Chris.
Well, I didn't know the Davis were into chiropractic medicine, but applying it there to Chris Youngblood. Back into the ropes. Come on, let's keep him out here. 3 shots with the left hand, answered by the double axe handle. Toe to toe. Now using the toe, Chris Youngblood.
As we said before, Chris Youngblood, very few years of experience. Oh, and there it shows as Davis knew it was coming.
Of course, that also relatively speaking, because years of experience in this ring, just because he happens to have the least amount of anyone in the ring.
That's exactly right.
And there, the man with the most years in the ring, Mike Davis, taking advantage with a clothesline.
And, of course, Mike Davis has that tag team experience, once a member of the Rock and Roll RPMs.
And this time, the brothers meet in an unbrotherly type fashion. The tag into Mark Youngblood. The Renegade Warriors on the rampage. The floating kick by Mark. Drop kick sends Mike down. Back to the rope. Chop one way. Single hand chop the other. The Renegade Warriors going to it.
Men in the corner.
Double atomic drop, hello, and a drop kick sends Mike down. All 4 men in the ring. James Beard having a rough time figuring out who the legal men are.
And the Youngbloods have got control of this match. As Tom Davis is still reeling.
The body slam. Over the top comes Chris after the tag. Count of 1, count of 2, count of 3.
Audiences are falling for Hot Shots Part Deux.
It was such a sensitive, emotional roller coaster. You just felt that lump coming into your throat. There's my teeth.
It really hit me right in the heart.
Hot Shots Part Deux.
It made me miss my dad.
Rated PG-13. Starts tomorrow at theaters everywhere.
I got a new taste that's pure delight. New Pringle sour cream and onion light. That's right. Rich sour cream and tangy onion. That taste is really something because the dip is in the chips, so delicious on your lips. Look, compare Pringles to regular chips. Pringles have less fat and they're less greasy too. The proof's in front of you. So grab a bunch of this, not that, and get a whole lot of taste and less of the fat. New Pringle sour cream and onion light. That's right. Once you pop, you, and you can't stop.
It's crazy. They love it, but that's why they do it. They're the relentless men and women of sports, doing what most people think is impossible. Max Out, weekdays on ESPN.
No waiting any further.
Jack moves in on the Patriot. That's what he's known for. He jumps you from behind. He does everything he can to beat you. Craig, this man, on a recent tour of Japan, broke 3 ribs during the match, continued the match, won the match, and continued with the tour.
And oh, look at that! Flipping over and landing on the Patriot. Almost landing on his own neck. Cactus Jack from Truth or Consequences.
Well, he's suffering the consequences of the truth that he's going to kill himself in the ring with that kind of act.
The Patriot. Down on the mat. Cactus Jack up and down. Covers him for a count of 2. Sean O'Brien with a count. And I don't think any thunderstorm warning had Cactus Jack involved in it, but the Patriot...
Oh, no.
Picking up the mat.
What is this man doing?
He's definitely not cleaning house.
He's redecorating.
Down on the hardwood floor. Cactus Jack out to destroy the Patriot.
I think we've seen this.
The hip buster. Oh! The only wrestling move named for the damage it does to the man who delivers it.
The hip buster. And I think he busted a hip there. He did, but you know, he's not anywhere near the Patriot's hip. He's up around his chest.
The Patriot belly to back suplex. His neck came down right down the hardwood floor. The Patriot getting up from it. Puts Jack back into the ring.
And the TV champion back in control, and he's ready for the man from New Mexico.
2 left. The Patriot sends him into the rope. Comes over the shoulder block. The man with the red, white, and blue mask goes up, shuts him down.
That's 287 pounds.
And almost a count of 3.
Very close. Cactus Jack has bulked up to 287, but the Patriots manhandling Jack in there. I don't think Cactus Jack is going to let this go on too much longer, but wait just a minute.
He goes up to the top rope, ready to deliver the Patriot missile. He may have it, but here's Rip Rogers. Rip Rogers in the ring, headbutt. Does down Rip Rogers. Here's Scott Anthony. The Palm Beach heartthrob. He goes down.
It's the cartel against the Patriot. Anthony, Cactus Jack, there's Michael Singh. Rogers.
All 4 men in the ring going to work on the Patriot.
They are at 4-on-1. The Patriot is laying
mask is on. Thank goodness for the stranger. Simpson and Chris Walker. The winner, the Patriot. Still the cartel lurking around ringside. In the ring, the protectors of the red, white, and blue. And here they try it again. It's good to have friends, and the Patriot can count on anyone who waves the red, white, and blue.
We'll get him, boss. We will get him, boss.
Boss. Who is the boss?
Oh, hi there. See if we can get you guys excited today.
Football fans, what's it mean to be extreme? Now, Sports Illustrated pushes it to the limit with an intense new video, NFL Extreme. It's football with an attitude. Your video's free with your paid subscription to Sports Illustrated. The best way to get inside the action and excitement of sports every week. With every sentence, every picture, you'll get into the heart-pounding frenzy of football all season long. Call now, and you'll also get an extreme close-up look at the NFL. Your free NFL Extreme video takes you down on the field with the fastest and the fiercest. Find out what it's like to go over the middle and over the edge. From top to bottom. NFL Extreme takes no prisoners, and it comes with 54 issues of Sports Illustrated, including the 2 big football preview issues for only $1.39 an issue. Save over 52% off the cover price.
What you wait your entire adult life for, Ray.
Call now, and you'll also get a chance to win a trip for 2 to Super Bowl 28 in Atlanta with Sports Illustrated Super Bowl sweepstakes. You'll fly to the game for free. Stay in a deluxe hotel for 3 nights. Get meals for free. Go to SI's pregame bash and see the Super Bowl on us.
I like this kind of party, baby.
It's your big chance to win a trip to the big game. And it's a great time to subscribe to Sports Illustrated. The best way to get into the action for more than 24 million readers every week. Can you believe it? Call now and get into a season of football with Sports Illustrated with a free video. For quicker delivery, use your credit card. And don't miss out on your shot at winning a trip to the Super Bowl. No purchase necessary. Only 1 entry per household. Nobody's into sports like Sports Illustrated. Get into it.
Bad boy Billy Black only in the sport over just a little bit over 2 years, but is just incredible with his high-flying moves. Joel Deaton, a perfect complement to Bad Boy Billy Black. He more the brawler type, but also can help the Bad Boy with some moves, too.
That's exactly right, Craig. These 2 men in Japan won the All-Asian Tag Team Championship, defeating Kenta Kobashi and Johnny Ace for that title in Tokyo, Japan.
In the ring, Joel Deaton against Brian Adidas. Deaton goes to the eyes, follows him over. Oh, the knee right into the midsection. Body slam by Deaton, followed up by the elbow, but Adidas out of the way.
Joel Deaton has been around these ring wars for a good amount of time, Craig. A lot more than Billy Black, as we see the Bad Boy coming in with a vicious kick to Adidas.
Adidas sent in the rope. Spinning kick, neck breaker. Chain wrestling moves, the specialty of Bad Boy Billy Black. Tag in Adidas to Daniels. Going to work on the left arm. Bringing it behind him, but the Bad Boy breaking the hold by getting over to the ropes.
Oh. Well, Billy Black and Joel Deaton, wow. They're having some problems in Japan with Dan Profit and Doug Furness, but right now, I'd say Billy Black not having too much problem with Terry Daniel.
Oh, a belly to back sends him down. How did Daniels? I think Daniels just got up out of impulse.
just rolled one shoulder over and got out of it. Terry Daniels very lucky. I don't know if he even knew where he was, just instinctively rolled himself out of a pinning predicament.
I think that was the word I was looking for, instinct, but that just shocked me the way he had him rolled up and tied up. The tag into Joel Deaton by Billy Black, who was on the mat but still got the tag. Deaton sends him down. Tag in to Billy Black. Over he goes to the rope. And a front flip landing right on Daniels. Picks him up, sends him down, but Daniels out of the way.
But Daniels still so stunned from those moves from Billy Black. Billy missed a move there, just out missed Daniels, and Daniels still down.
Made him pay for it there with a side suplex.
More of that instinct of Terry Daniels just barely got out of the way of Billy Black.
And the private answered with a right. Snapmare ties him up, but not quite well enough. Tag into Deaton.
We talk about the Japanese influence of these two, but that was a good American right hand from Billy Black.
Following him in. Oh, the knee lands right on target. That's the second time we've seen that move. Sends him up and over. And a double underhook suplex. Daniels sent into the corner. Deaton misses with the elbow. Tag into Adidas. Deaton meets him, but Adidas, the fresh man in the ring, trying to take over on the Wild Bunch. Collision in the middle of the ring. Adidas seeming to have the advantage here. Black being restrained by Daniels. They get rid of Daniels that quickly. Here is Adidas in the ring against two men. Black may have missed, but Deaton nails him with a clothesline and gets the count of three.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, Outlaw Joel Deaton and Bad Boy Billy Black.
A few weeks back, my neighbors decided to do some remodeling. At first, they weren't sure they could afford to do it. I told them, take out a home equity loan from Pomona First Federal. You can get a one-time lump sum or a line of credit. You can use the money for anything you want. And the interest is almost always tax deductible. How do I know so much about Pomona First Federal home equity loans? I took out one to buy some new wheels.
Call your local Pomona First Federal office today.
This day, the Wall Street Journal gives you the news, analysis, and insights you need to make the right decisions for your business, your career, your future.
Subscribe now to the Wall Street Journal. Get 13 weeks of the Journal for $37. Over 20% off the newsstand price. And your free copy of the Guide to Personal Finance.
Call 800-323-3600. That's 800-323-3600.
My dream was to have the whistle in the long pants day. That's it. I wanted to coach basketball.
Cancer can take away all my physical abilities. It cannot touch my mind, it cannot touch my heart, and it cannot touch my soul.
Join the V Foundation in the fight against cancer. Call 1-800-872-8300. With each donation of $25, you'll receive a Jimmy V Team T-shirt.
Don't give up.
Don't ever give up.
Half Nelson rolls him up. Count of one, count of two. 2.5.
We were just that close from having the cartel represent two of the prestigious titles here in the GWF.
And now, after working on the back on the outside of the ring, Rogers would like to work on the back on the inside of the ring. Going for the Boston Crab, and he has him turned over. Simpson grimacing in pain here as Rogers has it sunk in deep.
Getting a little extra leverage is Rip Rogers from the ropes here at the Global Dome, but senior official Sean O'Brien, very observant, makes him break the Boston Crab on Steve Simpson, but the damage is done, Craig.
Simpson able to fight out of the body slam. Count of one. As Simpson tries for the tag. Rogers prevents the tag, also gives a shot in for Conan Chris Walker. Anthony with the suplex, trying to get it. Unable to reverse by Simpson, who rolls over for a count of 2.
And now you see Scott Anthony. Not a lot of technical wrestling involved in that. Just a pure boot to the head of Steve Simpson.
Anthony keeping Simpson in the ring. Tried to go for a sleeper, instead caught him with a clothesline. Down to 2 by Sean O'Brien. Now, once again, Anthony sends Simpson out. Rogers has Steve Simpson pulling him up for the pile driver. Pulls him up twice, can't get it. No drop. The reversal by Steve Simpson as Rogers goes down to the floor.
He could not get him up for the pile driver, and Steve Simpson from nowhere with the strength to backflip Rip Rogers onto these mats at the ringside area.
Watch out for Anthony as he puts the sole of the boot to the forehead of Steve Simpson. Simpson has been in the ring for at least, I don't have a watch here, but it seems like 7-8 minutes now. Unable to get the tag to his partner, Conan Chris Walker. He's trying to fight back, but he's in the corner of the cartel. Simpson trying to get out of the quandary he's in. Sends Rogers to the ropes. And that shoulder block took both men down as both men hit heads.
Easy to see. Head-to-head contact by Rip Rogers and Steve Simpson. The first man up will certainly have the advantage. The count is on by senior official Sean O'Brien. There's the tag.
The tag in to Chris Walker as Simpson tumbles out of the ring. Anthony trips Walker. Rogers and Anthony going at it. Rogers and Anthony both in the ring. Scott Anthony going to work on Conan Chris Walker. Rogers up to the top. Simpson drop kicks him away and finds Rogers there. He's in no man's land and about to hit the canvas.
All the way from the turnbuckle, almost to the other turnbuckle, Steve Simpson sends Rip Rogers. And now all 4 men in the ring.
As they run together, the cartel may have it in their hands. Walker sent out over the top. Remember, Walker is the legal man the DDT delivered to Simpson. The cartel thinks they have this well in hand. Anthony set in. Rogers.
That's the legal man. Chris Walker, the legal man, not Steve Simpson.
Walker to the top rope. Comes down. Rogers is there. Cross body block. 1, 2, 3.
New champ.
Chris Walker and Steve Simpson are the Global Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions.
Questions about pruning? Visit the True Temper Pruning Center where you buy tools. You'll find the perfect tool for any job. Plus lots of helpful tips from the experts at True Temper on when and how to prune. Everything to help you do a better job.
Anytime, any place, go fish. Anyone, any take. Go fish.
At Long John's, get what you want any way you want it. Anytime.
You can get your wish. Go fish. Long John Silver.
At the first tickly itch of athlete's foot, Desonex. Do not stall. Desonex intercepts athlete's foot before it turns ugly. Killing those grungy fungi before they get cracking and burning. There's a can at the store with your salvation in it. Come get it, or else don't blame Desonex. And for jock itch, Crew-X is the #1 cure. Crew-X kills jock itch fungus.
The people need me. They need the Palm Beach Heartthrobs' insightful commentary to liven up the show.
Well, right now, Ed Robinson and El Diablo are in the ring against the Renegade Warriors. This should be great, great action starting off. Major League Wrestling today from the Global Wrestling Federation. One of the most exciting tag teams in wrestling today, the Renegade Warriors. And this ought to be quite an interesting match, as Ed Robinson is a young man who has worked his way up through the ranks in the GWF. And El Diablo, of course, we've seen him in several of the tournaments.
So is that Ed Robinson in the mask?
No, that's El Diablo in the mask.
Never mind then. Look at that. A clean break by the Youngbloods. Which Youngbloods this? They're kind of snappy dressers sometimes. You ever notice sometimes they've got them sporty neon tights? I'll give them credit for that, but that's all I'll give them credit for at this moment.
All right. They tie up now in the middle of the ring, and the Renegade Warrior with a headlock on El Diablo. As you can see, using the bone there coming down the side of his arm.
Notice he's got a handful of hair. Right through the mask.
I was just going to say, I would point out to you that it's hard to grab hair when a man's wearing a mask.
So you say.
Yeah.
One tackle. Ooh, ducks the clothesline.
That ducks again. The Renegade Warriors getting up steam, and there he is. A 2 count on El Diablo, the Renegade Warrior, and now he just drop kicks El Diablo right into Ed Robinson, comes back, and there's a beautiful arm drag.
Okay, so the Youngbloods are kind of impressive at this point.
Kind of?
Kind of. I don't want to use too strong an adjective here.
It's like saying that Paul Bunyan is kind of tall.
Exactly. How is the weather up there?
All right, El Diablo trying to make a tag. Instead, the Renegade Warriors make the tag, and there's that big double chop off the arm, and the Warrior goes over and tags Ed Robinson.
Yeah, see, Ed Robinson wasn't even a legal man.
Oh, beautiful.
See how those Renegade Warriors, see how they cheat? They always break the rules. I hate people like that. It's a travesty.
What do you like? What's it like when you look in a mirror? Listen,
it's gorgeous. I love looking at myself.
All right, there's the Renegade Warriors. Oh.
A double boot upside the jawbone.
Diablo is down 1-2. Let's give Diablo credit. He's able to kick out. There's a big double chop.
Good for El Diablo.
Yeah, right. Goes for the eyes. Wouldn't you know it? No matter how big and tough a man is, when you go for those eyes, you're going to do some damage. And now Robinson comes in, and he's taking over where El Diablo left off.
Ed Robinson is like a man repossessed. That's what he is.
I think you mean a man possessed.
Nah, I don't think the demon's in him. He's not like the heretic or nothing. A big right hand to the jaw of the chief. Is he an actual chief? Or is he just like a squaw?
No, I can promise you he's not a squaw. That I know.
I bet he's squaw when El Diablo gets a big right hand upside his nose.
Well, right now, El Diablo has the upper hand. There's the tag. Ed Robinson comes in. Robinson now going up the ropes, climbing up the ladder, comes down off that second rope with a big axe handle right down into the chest of the Renegade Warrior. Comes off, and there's an elbow. And the Renegade Warrior's having a tough time with the team of Ed Robinson and El Diablo.
You know, for a pair of relative unknowns, these two guys are doing quite a good showing for themselves.
I agree. El Diablo and Ed Robinson, I think, are doing well.
They're doing quite good. In fact, I think if they could take this match, it'd be quite an upset for them. And then I think they should form a permanent tag team if they can upset the Renegade Warriors.
Well, that's a good point.
But they'd have to get matching outfits because I really don't like it. The black and red with the yellow doesn't match with the yellow and black kind of tiger stripe thing he's got going on Ed Robinson. Hey, look at that. Look at that, an illegal Renegade Warrior.
I'm still stunned over you talking about his colors. This coming from a man who looks like he walked through a Sherman-Williams store after a hurricane.
Good, that's good. Sherman-Williams, I like that, Joe. Good joke. Well, my point being, they don't match. The two of them clash. Their outfits clash. And there's nothing I hate more than a clash. You like that? You like that, didn't you, Joe?
All right, here comes Robinson. He's coming over, and they're double teaming on the Renegade Warriors, but it seems to be paying off.
Warriors still fighting back, though, Joe. He's fighting back.
Well, I think that what they've done is ticked him off, as we say, down south. And Robinson now into the ropes, comes off the Renegade with a big chop.
That was like a double tomahawk, Daddy-O.
All right, Robinson now being taken, thrown into the ropes. Comes off. Big boot from the Renegade Warrior.
I think the Renegade Warriors have had just about enough of El Diablo and Ed Robinson.
Well, as we said, these two men, Diablo and Robinson, were making a good showing for themselves. But if the Renegade Warriors get their dander up, this match could be over in a hurry.
I think a lot of it has to do with this partisan refereeing. Who's that referee? What's his name? Who cares? Anyway, I think he's a biased official, frankly. And look at this, more double teaming nonsense.
All right. Oh, yeah. Well, I wouldn't call that nonsense. unfortunate. That was a beautiful double Indian chop on Ed Robinson by the Renegade Warriors. And now where are they going? Now what's happening? There's a big slam.
I heard that up here.
And he brings him over, just sends him into the rope. 1, 2, 3. And the Renegade Warriors, as we said, put a quick end.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match, the Renegade Warriors.
A cheeseburger and a Coke. A cheeseburger and a Coke.
I could have gone to Shoney's, but think of the time I'm saving here.
I said a cheeseburger and a Coke. Somebody talk to me.
Cereal, bananas, peaches, melons, fruit salad, cottage cheese, bacon, scrambled eggs, sausage, potatoes, blueberry muffin, biscuits, country milk gravy, Ritz.
No matter how tough you think you are, one opponent can bring you to tears. Sunscreen in your eyes. Fortunately, there's Coppertone Sport. Ultra sweat-proof. Won't run in your eyes to sting you. Protects all day. Coppertone Sport. For those who don't take the sun lying down.
Don't miss the first event on the PBA Summer Tour, the Columbia 300 Open. The world's top bowlers will be there, and so should you. Saturday afternoon at 12:30 Eastern, live on ESPN.
Release this, there's no doubt. Oh, come on! He did just what the referee said. The referee said the man's in the ropes, you got to let go, and he did.
Man, I hate that referee. He's from parts unknown.
No,
a double thingy on the back of the neck there, and a boot to the shoulder. And a shot to the midsection. Oh, that's Tom Davis. He got it going on, man. He's just taking it to the stranger. You do know why the stranger wears that mask, don't you?
No. Why? I know I'm going to regret this. I know I am. Well, why does the stranger wear the mask?
He's a former sanitation engineer, and he has a big scar in his eye from a garbage accident.
Yeah, right.
He does. It's a true story.
The man is one of the best-looking men in professional wrestling. Hey, he wears the mask because, as he says, mystery is one of the better parts of romance. Of course, you don't have any idea what romance is.
Hey, look, I read that somewhere. I wrote it down and then I read it. Side salto suplex. Like that. I know all the terminology.
Yeah.
I got all that terminology down pat.
All right, Dirty Davis in the ring right now.
You think we can get him to bring us a couple of vinos up here at the booth?
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but I'll tell you what. Scott Hudson is coming back any minute now because you and I have had just about enough, I think, of the bandering around. We haven't even talked about what's going on in the ring. The Dirty Davis brothers out at ringside there. We've got Tom Davis in the ring, and the stranger switches it around, throws him in, and a beautiful backdrop. Now, that's the kind of action that people are used to seeing here in Global. There's a clothesline.
Listen to them, people respond. They seem to really like this guy, huh?
They love the handsome stranger.
Well, it shows how dumb they are.
You know, someday I'm going to get into it with you about what the problem is between you and the handsome stranger. There's more to it than you're telling.
Look at that. A drop kick by the stranger, and into the ropes goes Tom Davis. Went to the well one too many times, Joe Pedicino.
All right. This time, the handsome stranger went for that drop kick again, but Davis held on to the rope, being the ring veteran that he has turned out to be. And the stranger now is going to be in some trouble, as you can see. And now what you can't see on your camera, well, what we're seeing is that Mike Davis was slapping him right there. You couldn't see it. We can see it here in the Global Dome.
He slapped him like a dog.
All right, there goes Davis down. Oh! Mike Davis thought he was tripping the handsome stranger, and instead he tripped his own brother. 1,